about the lack of motivation to carry out or fulfill your goals. So, do you find yourself, you have goals, but no motivation to carry out, fulfill the task that you have? You have goals, but you just don't feel up to it. You were excited about those goals initially when you created them, but all of a sudden you realize that you're not motivated to go after them. You feel this sense of maybe laziness come over you for one reason or another. You maybe you don't even know why you feel the way you feel, but you see yourself delaying. Nothing is happening just because you do not have the motivation to go after them. Procrastination is a part of that. Maybe you keep telling yourself, I'll do this tomorrow, or I'll do that job search next week, or I'm waiting to hear from my colleague to see if there's a position available for me in his or her organization. Procrastination can also lead to that lack of motivation. Something else that could cause that lack of motivation could really be perfectionism. Maybe you are one who's perfect. You want everything to be all perfect. You don't want to start anything until everything is complete. But could that also be due to fear? Fear of failure? Maybe fear of not succeeding at the goal? Could it be fear of what will people say? Those things add up and causing that you not to have the motivation that you need. So we have goals in life. These goals could be personal, it could be professional goals, but the energy to move to the next level, you know what, these are things I really need to do, it's not there. So how can you handle these things? What are some things for you to keep in mind? One, are you saying yes to this goal just because a friend said yes to it? What is the reason behind you saying yes to that goal? If you really had to think about it, what would you say is your motivation for the goal? Why is self doubt an issue with you proceeding with your goals? Are you doubting your capability? Are you doubting your ability? Are you doubting the fact that you can do the work? Or are you just afraid that it's not going to turn out the way it should turn out? If it's a goal that you are invested in, I want to encourage you to consider going all in. Go all in, be committed to that goal. Because when you are committed to that goal, guess what happens? You get motivated. You know, your energy level is up. You're excited because you are looking forward to achieving the goal that you want to achieve. Another reason one could lack motivation could be just the fact that you feel overextended. You said yes to so many things. You've said yes to this project, you said yes to this goal, you said yes to this task, you're overextended. So you don't even know which way to go. Then that lack of motivation comes in. You don't want to do anything anymore because you don't have the strength. You don't have the power, the manpower to execute because the time is not there. Therefore, goals that are important to you needs to be time bound. That's why it's not just important to have a goal, but it's also important that your goal has timelines. So it's important to really think through what are those top goals that you want to pursue. Is it one goal at a time? Is it two? Is it three? You don't want to ever extend yourself because of too many goals. And these goals might end up competing with one another. So it's important that you are not overextended. Because if that happens, the motivation to accomplish the goals that you're looking forward to accomplishing will not happen. Another reason there could be lack of motivation could be just the fact that you're comfortable in your comfort zone. A few weeks ago, I did a topic on comfort zone versus growth zone. Comfort zone is where we feel comfortable. We feel more in control. We know what's going to happen next and when. We if a question is asked, we know the answer to that question. But when we get into growth zone, we have no control. We're just trusting the process. We are stretched So we just go with the flow, not necessarily going with the flow, but we're trusting the process and we're taking a step forward. So, in order to accomplish the goals that you have set for yourself, it's important for you not to dodge the tough task. It's important for you not to dodge what you need to do. It's important for you not to quit because you heard a no, or maybe a job that you thought you deserved was given to someone else. You cannot quit. You cannot this what's the right word for it? You cannot allow that decision for the fact that you did not get that job stop you from growing, doing the things that you need to do, expanding your network, continuing to connect, continuing to research jobs that fit you. So don't dodge the tough task. Don't run back to that comfort zone because that's where you feel comfortable. Because if you feel comfortable, you're not going to be motivated. Nothing is going to excite you to grow. Nothing is going to excite you to look at the big picture, to look at that big vision that you created. So embrace the experience, let your goal be challenging, and enjoy the stretching. It's not easy to embrace change, but I promise you, if you are emotionally connected to your goal, you're going to do great. Another reason people lack motivation is the lack of commitment. It's all connected. When you are committed to your goal, nothing will stop you. So, another way that you can encourage yourself to keep going, yes, you've set your goals, but now you need the motivation to move forward, is to practice giving yourself grace. Maybe you're one who is trying to lose weight. You say, you know what? I want to lose 10 pounds or I want to lose 5 pounds. But you ended up eating that cheesecake anyway. You ended up with two cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And you knew that you should not have had those cookies. But guess what? You ate it. Give yourself grace. Do not beat yourself up just because you ate that cheesecake. But think about what moderation can you make the next meal? What can you eat? What moderation, what change can you incorporate in your meal? Okay, when can you omit that dessert? Okay, you already had a cheesecake. What would you have? What would you have? Do you choose to have not to have dessert the next meal? Same thing. Practice giving yourself grace. If you did not accomplish the task that you set out to accomplish, set a time, set a date, and get it done. Don't beat yourself up and stay stuck. Because when you stay stuck, you lack the motivation because you feel condemned. Those thoughts begin to emerge, telling you, yep, here you go again. You did not win. You did not succeed. You did not finish what you started. Those thoughts will always come. But you have the power. You have the power to argue those thoughts with what you are, that you are a champion, that you are a winner, that you are going to practice grace and you are going to be intentional by setting aside time to do the things that you need to do. So be compassionate. Be compassionate with yourself, just like a friend would come to you and say to you, hey, Hope, here's what I'm going through. I'm struggling with this. What would you tell that person? The exact thing you would tell that person is what you tell yourself. Encourage yourself. If no one else encourages you, encourage yourself to stay in the race. Encourage yourself not to give up. Even when things do not work out the way they ought to work out, encourage yourself to stay the course. We do not live in a perfect world. It's not perfect anywhere at all. But you have the power. We have been equipped with that power to call things to being, to put our perspectives where they need to be put. When those negative thoughts come, trying to feel condemned, rather than feel condemned, turn it around and call yourself what you are, that you are blessed, you are made for a time like this, that you will win whatever you put your mind to do, that you are a champion, that you are not a loser. Set your mind. It all starts with the mind. Because if you do not start from the mind, if you're not intentional with what you want, your thoughts, the negative thoughts will overwhelm you and you will stay stuck. You will stay right where you are at. So I promise you, by applying these principles, being courageous, being confident, setting at realistic goals, and having clear timelines will help you go a long way. Like I say, we can help you. If you need help in understanding how do I set these goals, what do I need to do, what are some things that I need to look at, let us know. We can help you. You're struggling with confidence towards achieving that goal. How do you do that? Let us know. That is what we do. We help you live your life to the fullest. We help you enjoy the freedom that you desire. And I know you can do it if you believe it. It all starts from the inside. I trust that this was helpful to you. Feel free to share your comments. Let us know how this helped you. If it resonated with you in any way, definitely let us know. Plug it in there. If you're watching it live, put it in a comment, hashtag live. If you're watching this as a replay, please put it in there, hashtag replay. It helps us know that you actually watched it. And once again, it is great, great, great to be sharing this with you. And do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all, or if we can help you be the best version of yourself. Thank you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful week.